Made up of 56 countries, Africa is a continent that represents all types of people who live in large cities, small towns, villages, and remote areas. Although for many years Africa has seen many receive Jesus Christ as Savior, there are still millions who have not heard a clear presentation of the gospel. Untold masses of people have been deceived by religious lies. On a continent made up of 1 billion people, the need is great for more laborers to take the clear presentation of the one that brings forgiveness of sins. And there are believers in great need of leadership to teach them to live holy lives and to train them to reach their own for Christ. Our first missionaries to Africa were Elmer and Mary Deal, who went into the Congo in 1957. Soon after that, missionaries entered places like Egypt and Ethiopia. These were very difficult places to minister, and they still are today. Communism and nationalism forced many missionaries out of some countries. Baptist Bible Fellowship International currently has 108 adult missionaries in Africa. Religious freedom has increased in Africa over the last few decades, but there are areas that are still under varying degrees of religious restrictions. Our BBFI church planting missionaries have reached into both large cities and remote rural areas with the gospel. It is exciting to see what God has done through our mutual efforts in Africa. Places like Tanzania have seen great growth of church planting. The churches in Kenya are now beginning to send and support their own missionaries. Inroads are being made into North Africa. National leaders trained by our missionaries are now leading in efforts to reach into all areas of Africa. There are many in Africa who still need to hear the gospel preached, areas that need to have churches planted, and national leaders that need to be mentored and trained to take the mantle, reaching their own people and teaching them what they have been taught. Our churches and missionaries are doing a good work, but with Africa's population growth rate currently the world's highest, the need for more laborers is greater than ever before. May we all do what we can to strengthen the hands of the missionaries already on the front lines of service in Africa and help reinforce their efforts with new missionaries.